Hello, and welcome to the next set of Muses for Taylor Swift. And we're going to get right into it with Rebekah Harkness, who is the Folklore album. And her song was The Last Great American Dynasty. And Taylor bought her house, Holiday House in Rhode Island. So, quick little bit about her. She was a super wealthy American woman who married 4 times. And she had a group of friends that they called the Bitch Pack. So I kind of love that too. She
All of us need
often,
that.
yeah, she's often sometimes referred to as Betty as well. She also really just wanted to be a mischievous person. And she always liked to see like what she can get away with. So she filled the pool with champagne. She threw wild parties, spent a lot of money, and just lived it up. And her first nanny, when she was a kid, her mother thought she was probably going to be a difficult child and hired someone who had previously worked at an insane asylum. So we're going to pull up Taylor Swift, Rebekah's wheel. Okay, so the inner wheel is Taylor because we have a better birth time for her. So we do not know Rebekah's rising, Gemini or a Taurus moon. And she is definitely an Aries sun. Once again, another Aries for you.
Yeah.
You like
Love
your
me
Aries.
some Aries women.
Yes. And I gotta say, she could either be, this woman could be a Gemini or a Taurus sun. She likes her stuffs and she likes to have fun.
Yeah.
So this is the 2 women together, Taylor on the inside. What do you see? What's
Oh,
interesting?
look at the nodes. Look at the nodes. They are right on
Right?
top of each other.
So it's funny, it's like who lived louder in their past life?
Really, it's so true.
Like, oh, that's a terrible. Yeah, that's funny. Let me draw the biggest circle. Yeah, who
Yeah,
lived louder?
yeah.
Also lived very well. Rebekah seemed to have lived a very eccentric, like
Hmm.
party girl life.
Yeah.
I think in the song she says like, "You died the neighbor's dog," you know, like the dog's fur, just really.
Lime, what was it? Key lime pie.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And she would be the outer wheel, so that Uranus is also within 10 degrees of that south or north
Mm,
node. So I bet she was like, hey bitches, let's go. And they're like, sweet, we have no idea what we're getting into tonight.
yeah. I bet her friends were all Geminis. Because they're
Totally.
always up to, no matter what, they're always up for it.
They love a good party. They do.
Mm-hmm.
They do love a
Mm-hmm.
good party. So let's see, where is, because it's always about the Plutos, right?
Yeah, it
So
seems to have been so
mhm.
far.
And
So
guess
who's this?
who's got a Pluto moon thing going on with these 2?
Mm-hmm.
It's like our Elizabeth and Taylor. Yeah,
Right, right.
she has these connections with people. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So this beautiful, lighted up. Yeah. I know. And especially the fact that it was Holiday House. So this is like in Cancer. Like
Mm-hmm.
she bought this big house. It had an obscene number of kitchens, I remember. It was like more kitchens than you could ever humanly possibly need. Like, I was just like, why would you need that many kitchens in a house? It was
You
nearly
never
10.
know.
Yeah, it was crazy. So yeah, I thought that was like very like because Taylor's is there, this like it really inspired her to like write and have her as a part of her catalog of music. Mm.
Well, I kind of wonder, listening to the song Holiday House, and she does talk about the extravagance and the craziness in the song, and saying that, everybody looked down on Rebekah. She wasn't enough to be in that society, you know.
Which Aquarius can be a little outcast, like
Sure. Yeah, they
especially
are.
so Uranus there. So she was probably like she came to town and they all were probably like,
Hmm.
know how to. I mean, she did come from a wealthy family though.
I feel that Taylor kind of identified with how she was treated
Mm.
and made it extra splashy just to spite you, you know, made it extra splashy.
Sure, sure.
Because the last line of that song is, and I bought her house.
Yeah, and so Taylor always used to do those big Fourth of July parties too, because she'd always like
Ah,
post a photo with all of her girlfriends, and she used to always host everybody for her Fourth of July parties.
yeah.
Hmm.
So that's where I see the Pluto moon coming in a little bit. Like, where is my home?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Where is my home? She does. Yeah, it does seem like there's a lot of searching
Hmm.
for that feeling. Um, I was
What
looking
else?
as I was like looking at my crazy notes here. So Taylor's Mars
Hmm.
squares the nodes. Like,
Yes,
here's these women's legacy, right? Once again, the
yes.
legacy is we're the fun party girls, right?
Hmm.
In this great big house. Thought that was a little interesting. And then I looked at, okay, so the Taylor's fifth house here. Okay, I'm gonna take in a little wild ride, right? The fifth house ruled by Venus, right? So
Hmm.
here's Venus rules her fifth house. And then I looked at like, oh, here's the second house in Pisces ruling this fifth house. I feel like she used some of this to like build the story. I feel like
Right.
here's this woman with this house by the water. This was part of her like assets that she bought. That was like this big, dreamy, like fantasy playground. Is what it feels
Hmm.
like.
Hmm.
So it's like, oh, I feel like she just plays with like stories. Or this was the fourth house. Yeah, that's it. I was thinking fourth. Yeah, fourth house because she has it both on fourth and fifth. Yeah, so I was like, oh, here is the building the story of this house.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Does it look
there's
like,
sun's trine. Their sun's trine.
yes,
Yeah,
that's what I was just gonna say. It
yeah.
looks like, yeah, that's lovely. Aries and Sagittarius. That's lovely.
I feel like these two would have partied it up.
I agree.
I feel like they would have been friendly, fun party girls together.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Hmm. Okay. Should we look at Rebecca's chart with the release of this album for her
Yes.
song? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So we have a good time for the release of the Folklore album.
Mhm.
So Folklore, the album is on the inside and Rebecca is on the outside.
Okay.
Okay. So the album's on the outside. Let's light it up. Here is the Saturn. Saturn's the other one that like I feel like Saturn and Pluto's with Taylor, which
Yeah.
she's a Capricorn rising. Saturn is
Mhm.
that her chart ruler. So that would make a lot of sense. Um, and then and then I thought 1, 2, 3, 4, Holiday House. La, this last Great American Dynasty, right? Like
Exactly.
here's the party down by the ocean,
Hmm.
the
Hmm.
waterfront, right? I was like, oh, that works perfectly.
Yeah.
Let's sing about the home. Hmm.
I love also that it's a giant stellium in the 12th house.
It's super
It's a packed stellium in the 12th house.
this is a little obscene. It's like
It's
what's buried in the floorboards. It's like
exactly. Oh, if this house could tell you all the secrets, right?
oh, if these
Which
walls
it
could
does
talk.
have secrets. Look at Chiron. No, Mars and Mercury
Yeah, that Mars and
together.
Mercury here. Yeah.
Yeah. Secrets, secrets.
Yeah.
Neptune and Venus. They're also. right there.
Yeah, right. And like even this whole little like
Yeah,
this
exactly.
is like if you're gonna party and do bad, toxic mind
Yeah,
substances, like this is your mock-up for it, right?
exactly. It truly is. I love it.
Hey kids, don't do drugs. But if you are,
Mm-mm. Yeah.
actually, yeah, this day would have been okay. Yeah.
Well, oh, look, the Jupiters are sextiling.
I do love my sextiles. Look at that magic. 10th
Is
house,
that the 10th
12th house.
house? Oh, reputation.
It is. And the inner wheel is the album. So this is the album releases, right?
Yeah,
It's all about this like foundation.
yeah.
Folklore, although like stories and foundation. Oh, it's really sweet that it's well what folklore means, telling of all the stories and these myths.
Yeah, she was legendary.
Mhm.
She
I want to go to her parties.
We need to make a Rebecca archetype.
Oh my gosh. Right? Yeah. Then have her nanny come hang out in the 12th house with us.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the nanny that ran insane asylums, like, there's all your
Mm-hmm.
12th house-ish craziness. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Um,
so.
oh,
I think
also
she,
like, look at this. It's like folklore and
oh,
I mean they're pretty wide-ish, but they both are
yeah,
like kind of lined up and moving towards Chiron is moving towards that Mars, like you're gonna pay for what you did.
that's interesting.
Like we can heal your wound or we're gonna bring up the
Nah,
wound. Nah, we're not gonna heal wounds. We're gonna take some of
nah,
this right
we're
here.
just gonna burn it
Yeah.
down. It's overrated.
Officer, it wasn't me, it was my other personality.
Exactly, exactly.
I mean, is North Node for the album in Gemini with that Saturn? So, I mean, there's two sides to every story,
There
right?
is. I feel like that's the nanny.
It's the nanny. That's the nanny.
That's the nanny.
That's the nanny right there. Yeah,
Hmm.
it is interesting that the album perfectly lined up with that Saturn in the third house. I mean, she was in the neighborhood. She was known
Yeah.
as like she was, you know, probably the one who I would go and knock on their door and be like, sparking too much. Like, I'm definitely the annoying neighbor. Just read my buildings thing.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah. So do we see this woman and why she would, I mean, I think the connection is the holiday house, but also means she was married 4 times. She threw great parties. She had her bitch pack of friends and
Yeah, and I feel like yeah, I do. And it just speaks to society, not accepting her,
right.
they had no idea what her husband saw in her,
Yeah.
and then he died of a heart attack and they blamed her for it, for their
Oh, of course. Well, he
wild.
was, wait, was he older too?
I don't know. I don't know, but his heart couldn't take it, couldn't keep up with that Aries woman.
Because it's a lot of,
Yeah, and so that's where the song, what did they say? The Last Dynasty.
oh yeah, I think because she also like blew through so much money, but she was a big
Yeah.
philanthropist and like did a lot with
Hmm.
like created like a ballet, but I think she really
Yeah.
did like, she was a spender,
Hmm.
which, if she's a Taurus moon or a Gemini, or I would think either one would just, she either's going to hoard her money, she's going to hoard her things.
Exactly.
I bet that house was amazing.
I don't feel like she was a hoarder though. I feel she was more Gemini.
It was probably like really eclectic and weird. I'm telling you, there
Yeah.
was something in that house. I read something that was like an insane number of kitchens, and it was like,
Yeah. I
unless
bet
you're
she didn't sleep. I bet you still hear her going through the halls.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yeah. She's still hanging out there.
I agree. I agree.
It'd be nice if she had like written something and like shoved it in the walls. Like I feel like you should leave a little something.
Oh, totally.
These are here are some of the things I did. Let me like just bury it in the wall.
Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting.
Do you want to pull up our next person?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna move on to Clara Bow, which is the namesake of the song from the Tortured Poets Society. You did a lot of research on her, more than I did.
Well, not a
More
lot, but her story is
tortured.
incredible. Yeah, it is. It is like, but the strength this woman had for that time period, you know, she was a fighter from the beginning. I mean, she came from a very poor family, very poor family. The mom, her mother was told she shouldn't have children, ended up pregnant anyway, as that happened in the early 1900s. And
Right, 1900s, 1905,
yeah,
yeah.
and so she wasn't, neither one of them were expected to make it through the birth, and they did. They did make it. Her mother had a terrible accident. She fell out of two-story building, and it sounds like she had a traumatic brain injury, which caused also seizures, epilepsy. And so Clara was put in the place of, I took care of my mother because my mother couldn't take care of me. And she just, grew up a really poor child. Again, she wasn't accepted because she had poor clothes,
Well, she was also like a tomboyish.
very athletic.
Yeah.
Yeah. In fact, she was devastated
Mhm.
when boys started thinking of her as not one of the team, but as
Right.
an attractive young woman. She was devastated,
But
changed the whole relationship to everything.
but it's interesting because they were like, she is so she was part of a contest and she won some contest to try and get like kind of like into the movies, right?
Yes.
And they did the screen test. And what should we pull up her chart? Because I feel like this starts to
Yes.
get into
Yeah,
okay, the inner wheel is Clara, and we do have a birth time. You know what? Bless America, by the way.
I know it.
American born people tend to have birth times. A lot of my foreigners, people born outside of the US too.
Well, and it depends on what state.
Yeah. So
Hmm.
Taylor is the outer wheel and Clara is the inner wheel. Mhm.
Yeah,
So she was able to cry on cue, like, which I was like, oh, you're Neptune moon, right? Uh,
exactly.
she had like, was so she was 16 when she did that contest.
Hmm.
And they said from the screen test, she was very genuine and they thought she was like very like had like spark and a fire to her. A lot of spark and fire. And then she started in silent films, which is even I don't think my daughter can even handle that idea. Like she won't watch black and white. She's like, is everything in black and white food? And I was like, well, no.
Hmm.
But then I love
I
that
think
she
she
said,
said that she has more creative freedom in the silent films. She said speaking roles felt flat.
mm. Well, it's funny because I mean she was the it girl. They called her like the it girl.
Hmm.
And then I love that she was considered a safe return for the box office. And that makes me just think of Taylor. Like,
Yeah.
if you're going to bet on any artist's new album release, my money's on Taylor.
Hmm.
It's, yeah, she was considered a sex symbol.
Hmm.
Um, but she inspired Betty Boop. I loved Betty Boop. It's like, I just thought she was so cute.
She is very Betty Boop. She is Betty Boop.
It's like when you realize it because she had these like eyebrows that were like, and I was like, oh,
Mhm.
those are with like the short. And she also was like, I think a naturally blonde. She dyed her hair dark. And when people realized it, they sold out of all the dye. Much like how everyone gets like a certain haircut, right? I was like, oh
Yes.
my goodness, everyone got the same nose and the same lips. It's like we're all doing the same thing, right?
Yeah.
All right. So what do you see in these charts? What else do you know about her? What else were your thoughts? Struggles with stardom,
She
right?
really did.
They
She
definitely
really
underpaid
fought.
her.
Yeah. Yeah. And she was very loud about that. That,
That made me think of the
yeah.
whole like selling of Taylor's catalog out from under her kind of thing. But
Mhm.
they really did undercut her for being
Yeah,
a
they
like
did.
safe return. Like they really massively underpaid her.
Mhm. Yeah. She just wanted to keep it light all the time, you know. Flapper girl. That's what she was known for. The
Mm-hmm.
sassy flapper.
Right. Sissy Flatbear.
Yeah. And then I think it just took a toll on her as she got older. She didn't want to leave the house. She stopped doing
She
movies
retired, right?
entirely. Hmm.
She had kids and retired, right?
Yeah, didn't want to leave the house anymore. And
Hmm.
yeah,
Do you think that's that Saturn and Pisces? Where do you feel like that is? Or is that where you get into that like nerve? She's a lot of nervous energy
yeah.
because she's got a ton of Gemini and
Hmm.
Virgo. She also didn't like to do multiple takes of things. She was like,
No,
can you just give me instructions? I'll do it once and I'm out of here.
yeah. It
Yeah.
made her nervous. She couldn't
Mhm. So that was interesting.
look at that fourth house with Venus and Pluto there.
Oh, right here. Yeah. Well, also you said her parents, right? So
Yeah, it feels like her mom.
this is like, yeah, this is
Hmm.
her mom who got sick, right?
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
fell out of the window.
Fell out of the window. Hmm.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Hmm. But also that fifth house of like cry on demand and theatrical. I mean,
Hmm.
their moons are her and Taylor.
Yeah.
These girls will just get in a room and cry together, which is tortured poets, right? Like, so here you are, these like weepy
Mhm.
ladies.
Yeah, exactly.
What do you think of, oh, your favorite? Here's Pluto. Taylor's Pluto. Signatures of Taylor are Pluto's, I'm going to transform you and keep you alive forever,
She
right?
really is. She really is. That's the theme with Taylor and
Saturn.
her muses. It's all Pluto and Saturn.
This is wild to me. Like to see this on someone, you definitely immediately would ask about their birth story, which you said was
Mhm.
they almost didn't make it,
They almost didn't make it.
which that would be Saturn. And like maybe not coming out of the tunnel, right? Birth
No.
tunnel. That's gross. Gross.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they have the same Uranus there. There we go. Breaking ground. Both it
Hmm.
girls, right?
Hmm. Yeah.
Kind of like that in their 10th house. A lot of expectations on them. I'm sure that like can kind of like frazzle your nerves a bit.
Yeah, I think so.
It's a lot of pressure. A little too much pressure for me. Oh, and is Taylor's Mars squaring? Oh, it's out of sign squaring of the nodes, isn't it?
It is.
She
Yeah.
loves squaring nodes too with her Mars. She
Mhm.
just like, she's like, I'm gonna tell your story in my own way, right? Because squares are usually like skip steps in the nodes. So,
Yeah, but I think I like that she's rewriting the story.
so she does it with like a different view with the like
Hmm.
Scorpio, the emotional,
Hmm.
deep emotional, like digging there. Um, what do you think of her? You know, it's funny because they were like, oh, she's this like sex symbol, and then she has also Mercury here. It's interesting because she wasn't like, well, the tabloids. Okay, so the tabloids went after her a lot, right? Like they wanted to like write up her sex life, and they made it like absolutely salacious that someone tried to blackmail her, and they ended up like that person ended up in prison for 8 years,
Yeah.
which that feels also like very much a tie-in with this like Chiron and with Taylor, how like the tabloids are always making up the most like insane things, right?
Exactly. But she was like I said earlier, she was a fighter. She went after people that tried to destroy her reputation and won.
I mean, she sent someone to prison for 8 years.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen anymore.
I was I was gonna make a comment about Chicago, but I was like, oh
Yeah,
yeah,
that doesn't happen anymore.
no. Not at all. So, okay, should we look at the release of the album with her? Okay, the inner wheel is Clara, and the outer wheel is Tortured Poet Society's release date. So, okay, inner is Clara. We've got the moon and the house of partnerships right by the Mercury. So here is the story. So let's find the Pluto. Where's the Plutos? Oh, they're always in play. Pluto's on the Chiron.
Yeah, on the Chiron 12th house.
Always there. It's very important. We can't not have our Pluto in play.
No.
Mhm. Let's see, is Saturn participating? Oh, Saturn's trining. It's a wide trine to the moon there and
Hmm.
to the Mars.
I like that the album, right? The album was released with a first house stellium. So we just put Clara back on the stage.
True. She took like, yeah, came back into her body, right?
She sure did.
So look at like, whoa.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I mean, this is a lot packed in there. Oh, 29 degree. That's pretty. See, 29.7. So 29 is a 29, 17, and 5, right? Our fame degrees. I'm telling you, this woman knows. She like, look at this. This is love. Oh,
I know. Yeah, beautiful.
she's like, let me tell you this warrior story.
Hmm.
Can't keep a good girl down. We
No.
also had the conjunction, the Jupiter Uranus conjunction. Ah, oh, the vertex on her sun. Fated moments.
Exactly.
It was always going to be happening.
Exactly.
Someone was going to
Exactly.
tell her story again. Mhm. It's nice. She's got a trine here, right? Does she?
Hmm.
No. Close to a close. Guess the sun trines into 10 and 2. Well, the album made a lot of money. This was another one of her like super long albums too. Also, this is the one where like the first what do you call it? Wasn't it was the insane asylum one, the first music video with the
Oh,
weekend.
wow.
That was they were in the insane asylum.
Hmm.
Yeah. Anything else magical you really see here? I will tell you that her progressed moon, so Clara's progressed moon was at 19 degrees up here, conjunct her own Mars, so her
Oh,
progressed moon.
wow.
So eighth house, right? Talking about her again,
Hmm.
back in the tabloids, kind of, right? And then her progressed midheaven was 11 degrees of this was her MC here, was 11 degrees of Aries, which would have been
Oh, wow.
so that's really lovely too.
Hmm.
It's like where her progressions were. Her progressed Jupiter was conjunct her Jupiter. So it was a Jupiter return time as well. So that was actually kind of a lovely coming coming of like moment for her. We only
And
have
what's her
that.
son?
Her sun is progressed in Sagittarius. It was 2 degrees of Sagittarius. So it would have been up here in the 9th,
Nice.
which, I mean, Taylor's a Sagittarius sun, but I think she's like 21 degrees or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I thought like her progressions kind of hold it in too. Because you never
Yeah.
die. We never die.
No, no.
And here's 2 women that have amazing returns, right? Like they're safe bets.
I know. And even going back to Clara's song, and she was talking about the show goes on and you're dressed, you're glittering, you know.
Yeah. And
So
here's
regardless of anything that was slung at Clara, she took it and she fought back.
yeah. She did a ton of movies. She
She
was one of
did.
those that like they got signed, old Hollywood, right? You signed to a studio and they were like, worked you like a horse.
What did I read? Like it was the statistics of how many people went to movies is
Oh,
insane.
yeah, it's like super high. Like it's almost like the statistics of going to the movies and going to a Taylor Swift concert, or like how do you stimulate
Yeah,
an
there's
economy?
no difference there. It's really incredible. But I think in one day, one movie day, there were probably 5 movies with her in it released.
I mean,
Yeah,
she just like kind of like taking over the charts, right? Both of these
exactly.
girls, the
Exactly.
was that 29-degree sun in the second house, they just like dominate
Mm-hmm.
once they come
Mm-hmm.
out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, safe bets. Put all your money in Clara. Clara's next movie. Yeah. Okay. Let's move on to our next one. Okay, our final muse is from one of my favorite songs, Starlight, and it is Ethel Kennedy. And this is all based on a photograph she saw of Ethel and Robert on a boardwalk. So that's where this
Oh,
story came from. So do you want to talk about Ethel?
I just love the song and it's just a beautiful love story.
And they had 11 kids.
Yes.
And how many kids does Taylor want with Travis? Basketball team or two?
Yeah, I know.
So yeah, so she had a lot of kids, right? She was obviously she was married to Robert Kennedy,
Mhm.
JFK's brother. So JFK was assassinated, and then a year later, oh no, a couple years later,
Right.
Robert was shot as well. That
Mhm.
family, like the tragedy in that family is pretty crazy. By the way, she died last year on October 10th. She was 96 years old.
Oh my gosh.
No, yeah. She was there was a big ceremony because like Biden was there last year. I think they did one of like the big, she's buried in Arlington with their
Mhm.
husband. But her son is the head of, is it NIH,
Mhm.
right? Is that how we pronounce it? Okay, so let me pull up the charts. So the inner wheel is Ethel, and the outer wheel is Taylor. Um,
Oh,
where do you see this?
Pluto. Look at the Plutos, please.
Mural. Oh, fifth
I
house.
know.
Mm.
They're trining.
Oh, she is like, so that is the theme, transformation, which how many people have already called
Right.
like the witch, right?
Hmm.
She's definitely a death and rebirther. But
Yeah, I'm
also
just
Saturn in the 10th,
hmm
that Capricorn rising, always there. But yeah, that's the fifth house too. So she meets this guy, right? Has 11 kids. I mean, there was a
yeah.
couple tough moments with some of those kids, and 2 passed away at certain points. And I mean, she lived to
Mhm.
be 96, so probably outlived a couple of them
Mhm.
and saw a lot of death in the families. And
Their
she,
sons trine. Do their sons trine?
Yes, exactly. With the
Oh my
21,
goodness.
another two fire signs. So her, Rebekah, can probably like have huge parties up in Hyannisport, right? Because I couldn't
Yeah.
remember, did she dated at Kennedy, right? At one point?
Oh, I didn't know that
I
story.
did. I'm gonna quickly Google. I'm pretty sure, and I thought that was around the time that she bought the house up there as well. Yeah, she briefly dated Connor Kennedy, the son of RFK Jr. in the summer of 2012. And it was inspired by his grandparents. That's probably where she saw the photo.
Hmm.
Yeah. And then that's when I think around the time that she had bought that house. Yeah. Don't mind all of the sirens, sorry. Chicago. Can you hear it?
No.
Oh, okay. I was like worried, like it's been all day. I'll cut that part. Okay, so what do you think? Okay, so Ethel has a 29, by the way, Ethel was born in Chicago.
Hmm.
Yeah. Um, she's a 29-degree moon and Sag. So here is like these girls would have gotten along. Sun and
Really?
moon combos always
Hmm.
have that like connection. Yeah, she's got some squares here. Maybe been some family tensions.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, here's her Mars. Always Taylor's Mars. Always in the action.
With Venus. Hmm. Nice.
She's got a lot of 29 degree
Yeah.
moon, like as a mom too. Like, and then she had that 29-degree Venus, like love a shot, lost kids. It's rough.
Yeah.
It's a tough one. Um, what else do we see? Oh, I saw too. So by the way, we just had someone who had something conjunct their ascendant. Here is
Hmm. Yes.
another Mars conjunct the ascendant, but this one trines Taylor's moon. So that's 1 and 4. So watery everywhere. They have a lot of sextiles. They got a lot of magic to work with. But I think it was really just about that photograph, right? Like seeing that photograph and then seeing how cute it was, seeing that like fresh love.
And I love it's just the sweetest love story, little song, and he was saying, why take life so serious?
Right?
Why
Which
take
brings
life so serious? Why, let's enjoy it. Look at all the starlight that's here for us, you
which
know.
I feel like he would have been for Neptune in the
Hmm.
sixth house of like, don't take things so serious.
Yeah, you have to enjoy the moments.
Yeah. And that like Gemini in the third house of like, enjoy your days. Be curious.
Hmm.
Look up.
Hmm.
Mhm. Let's pull up the album release date. Okay, so our inner wheel is Ethel with her good birth time, as well as the release of the Red album.
Hmm.
And we've got a nodal opposition.
Oh,
So, which I didn't know that this song was at the time was written about her.
no.
So, yes, I feel like that wasn't really talked about much. Or maybe I just missed that.
What's coming to mind is the Sagittarius Gemini access
Mhm.
has a lot to do with two things. I mean, learning, obviously, but one of them is talking versus listening, you know.
Oh,
And so her I wonder if her voice was lost. I mean, she had a boisterous house, right?
oh,
So
yeah.
I don't so it having the nodal opposition,
Hmm.
maybe that's reversing it a little bit for
Yeah.
her.
Where still she didn't get the You didn't really know this was about her, or I
Yeah.
didn't really know
I
this
still
was.
didn't know, right?
Yeah, it wasn't until I was looking at that I came across that, and I was like, really?
Hmm. Yeah.
So we're here for you now, Ethel. We got you. Which
Yeah.
time I realized I was like, oh, it's almost her death anniversary, or death anniversary, right? On the
Mhm.
10th. And I was like, oh well. So that would be North Node in the first house,
Right.
putting her back out there. We're helping you out,
Exactly.
helping you out. Yeah, I just feel like, especially with that Neptune, maybe across from her ascendant too, like she probably does get a little lost in the noise in the house.
Exactly.
Oh, here's your favorite, Pluto, Pluto and the sun. Like here you are, here's your legacy in the family that like, I mean, it's really dominated by men, right? Besides
It
Jack,
truly is.
it's
Yeah.
totally a male dominated family.
Hmm.
So that feels very heavy male. Yeah. Well, and her Pluto is pretty close to the midheaven of the actual album. Mhm. Hmm. Oh, Ethel. I mean, you have the first house. We have oh, well,
Yeah.
I mean, maybe close in the family knew about it, right? Yeah, you would think of
Huh.
that. I mean, for the album, like you would think it would have heard more about that, but maybe because of that other song that was like the 10-minute long Jake Gyllenhaal song, just kind of like once again a man
I
overtook.
know.
The man took up the space. Capricorn. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just a lovely love song. Just, it's a love story.
Hmm. Yeah. It was a very like literally one of the cutest bops on that one, right? We called it bop.
Hmm.
Our new album's
Hmm.
all bops. We call it that way, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's interesting because like we were talking about her Neptune, and then the Neptune of the album is in the 12th for her as well. And it's like still a little lost in the airwaves.
Yeah, it got buried by.
The other songs on that album. Yeah.
Mhm.
Hmm. Oh, Ethel. Well, there we go. There's our muses.
Well, I'm just so tickled to have spent time with these amazing women.
Right? We learned some things about these women.
I did, and I have more heroes to add to my
To list, right? You're
my
like,
list. Yes. So I think our takeaways are
party more. Oh, sorry.
party more. Yes.
The
Have
biggest
your
sex
bitch
symbol used to be
pack.
get a cartoon made
Party
after you.
more. Yes. Yes, exactly. Have a bitch pack.
Have a bunch of
I need you to stand up and fight for yourself. Don't
yes.
forget to admire the starlight,
Hmm.
you
Yes.
know.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, and you could take a few lovers. It's okay,
I think that's healthy.
right? Take a few lovers.
I think that's healthy.
I mean,
And
each of these women in the end ended up with Ethel ended up in a forever relationship. Was Burton her last husband, right? That she
mm,
married twice.
we'll say that, yes.
And then Clara, she got married. I mean, they're all women that in the end
Yeah,
found their one.
exactly.
She sounds
And
like
thank
that's,
you, Taylor, for rewriting their stories, you know?
yeah, it is kind of, I love that she pulls from
Hmm.
the past. And these people have like a very rich history themselves,
Exactly.
stories to tell, which also tells you like, don't be boring. I've had this thought lately of like, don't look like everybody else.
No,
There's too much white on my walls here. I don't normally have such white walls. Like, I just am like, sometimes when you like play on like the red bins and stuff, you're just like, oh my gosh, it's so boring. Like, we need to not be boring anymore. I need
No,
everyone to like,
no,
maybe need a little more glitter.
exactly.
Taylor gave you like 97 colors for her albums. Like, pick one, put it on your walls.
Mm-hmm.
I need us in a little more color. We need a little
I
more color in our
agree.
lives.
And don't ever drop the romance.
Oh,
Ever.
yeah. And if
No.
they're toxic, run. Just get out. There's more.
Exactly.
I mean, Elizabeth, 8 times. Rebecca, 4. Like, you can do it, girls.
Yeah.
Don't be
Yeah.
afraid.
Yeah. I'm very proud of them.
Do you know how much jewelry they would love you? Right?
Well, that she has that. Well, okay. You
Taylor's
might.
ring.
I think it fits right in with Elizabeth Taylor's jewelry collection.
Also, I love that it's super unique and engraved, and it's unique for only her. You will never be able to get an exact one of that.
No.
It's it's one of a kind.
Just
Like
like
their
her.
love. Mhm.
Just like her.
Yes. Oh, I love it. All right. So thank you so much for following along. We're done with Taylor Swift for a while um until you see what I just bought. Spent a lot of money on. But we'll put that on TikTok. So yeah, that's where we're at now. So we will please like and subscribe. We have lots of more charts we have planned. So we hope you enjoy.
Yeah.
And I'm going to put on a slide also at the end of this. You can book readings with us.
Mhm.
So hop in. They're in the show description, but also I will book with us. Play with us one-on-one.
Mhm. Because your story needs to be heard, and maybe we can rewrite it ourselves.
Or I can give you some more storylines. If you're
Yes.
like, I'm a little bored, girl, I got you.